You Sirianni fanboys, man, you keep defending him, and he just gets worse and worse as we keep going to the 2026 season. Y'all Nick Sirianni fanboys, man, you keep defending this guy. Like this doofus right here, and that doofus right here, and this doofus right here. The doofus of the Nick Sirianni fanboy club is clearly piling up. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, you're going to run out of excuses. I'm here to tell you that I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that the report comes out that Jeff Stoutland is leaving because of this fucking dumbass head coach who don't know how to call plays, who can't galvanize a locker room, who needs everything around him to be perfect for him to succeed. When you have head coaches who have less talent that's winning championships with, good play calling, it does no good just to build a roster when you got a head coach who can't lead men. And Nick Sirianni has shown many times that he cannot lead a locker room when things go wrong. It's always had to be perfect, has to be great offensive coordinators. That's why you've been in 2 Super Bowls. And for this clown to sit there and talk about 2 Super Bowls and Nick won, well, let me tell you something. This is why people should not talk football unless you know what the hell you're talking about. Nick won those been to 2 Super Bowls because of the offensive coordinator Howie and Jeffrey Lurie hired themselves. Not because Nick hired those guys because he's a good coach. Because both times he hired good coaches under him, it's been a disaster. Which has never been a good coach. Because both Kevin Patullo and Brian Johnson have been horrendous. I'm tired of the waste of talent, man. I really am. When do we sit there and say Nick needs to go? This should be last year Nick Sirianni. If he does not change his ways and we continue to struggle by week 3, they should fire his ass. And now there's reports coming out that Jeff Stoutland left because he was getting frustrated with the role that he was. First of all, you demoted Jeff Stoutland and took away power from him to give it to Kevin Patullo, your butt buddy friend, so you can do a celebration on a damn silent. Nick was so worried about celebrating on a damn silent with his fucking frat boy that he was willing to risk a offensive Hall of Fame coach in Jeff Stoutland and backstabbed him, and he's now gone. Thank you, Nick. Like, it has gotten worse, not better. You don't even have Christian Park anymore. Maybe that's why he left too, because of Nick Sirianni. Players don't want to play for you. A.J. Brown is reportedly wanted out. You've seen players get frustrated with Nick's role. They handicap a quarterback because of Nick's scheme. You brought an offensive coordinator in there who is now cleaning the house because of Nick's choices and who he brought in. It's a train wreck. This is not how you succeed. And I've been saying all along, Nick should have been fired after 2023. But people continue to give this man passes after passes. And it's eventually catching up with them. All the Nick Sirianni is a winning coach. I don't care about that. That means nothing. It's such an overrated stat that's being pushed. It's an agenda that needs to stop. Because he's winning because of talent around him. He's winning because he's an MVP quarterback, a Super Bowl MVP. That looked more happier in the Pro Bowl than he did in the regular season. That just shows you how bad this head coach is as a toxic in the locker room. You want to talk about A.J. Brown being a diva? A.J. Brown's more of a less of a diva than Nick is. Nick is more of a diva than A.J. Brown is. People want to get rid of A.J. Brown for what he said was right. This head coach stinks. And it's embarrassing how fans continue to give him flowers when he doesn't deserve it. Oh, he's been to 2 Super Bowls because of the talent around him. Now when he's hired his own offensive coordinates, it's been a disaster. Every year we have to hire his own guys for him. I've seen teams win with less talent, and yet both our teams have talent around them. You had the best defense in football last year, and you wasted it because of you kept Nick in the building. And he hired his frat boy Patullo to run a fucking shit show that I've never seen in my lifetime. A horrible brand of offense. When does the line get drawn? When do we sit there and say Nick needs to go? When do we stop defending this guy? You Nick fanboys keep on making excuse for him, and eventually you're going to run out. And I'm going to continue to tell you that I was right. Because I'm continuing to show people every year these content that want to dick ride Nick, that want to suck his you-know-what, that want to give him fucking virtual head, that he's not a good coach. He is being carried by talent. And when someone who comes out and says to y'all that Nick is not a good coach, you want to get on us and you want to say we're fake fans. When the truth is literally in front of you. That Jeff Stalins left an offensive line Hall of Fame coach. The guy that made Mekhi Becton look good. The guy that turned Mekhi Becton's career around. Why he got paid. He went from a bust to an NFL Hall of Famer in 1 year. And a Super Bowl champion. Turning Lane Johnson's career around. Turning Jason. Look what he's done. And Nick had the balls to go behind his back. And not only that, you demote him, you take away his power completely because Kevin Patullo was in his feelings. This coach is embarrassing. He's embarrassing to this fan base. He screams at his fan base. Why didn't you scream at Kevin Patullo? But you have the balls to go to your receiver and scream at him? It's a joke, man. I'm tired of this head coach, bro. If we do not see a change by week 3, they should fire his ass. I've been wanting him fired. Right now, we should fire his ass. What does he do? The excuse got to stop for Nick, man. It needs to stop. You have a roster that's already being wasted by this fucking prima donna head coach. And we want to talk about training A.J. Brown. That's the least of our worries right now. Because we got a head coach who should not be here. And meanwhile, other teams are hiring head coaches that deserve to be here. That are working to be good. That are getting better. We got a fucking cheerleader in the building rather than a guy who could call plays. It's embarrassing to this franchise. It's embarrassing to Jalen Hurts. It's embarrassing to A.J. Brown. It's embarrassing to Devontae Smith. It's embarrassing that you have guys that want to leave your franchise. Jeff Stalin has been loyal since 2013. And he can't deal with it because we got a bonehead, bubblehead idiot running a shit show that he had no business being running in the first place. Why would you go behind Jeff Stalin's back? This guy's a snake. He's a fucking slithering ass clown who should be fired off the goddamn spot. Get this bonehead, bubbling idiot, chucklehead Nick out the building, man. What is it going to take to fire his ass, man? I want to know. I want to know. This is not a lead to success. This is a lead to disaster. We're a joke right now. Everybody's laughing at us right now. It's embarrassing, man. It's embarrassing your quarterback's being wasted. You can't even give him a proper offensive corner because guys want to leave the building. The second they get a head coaching job, they're out the building because they can't deal with this head coach, man. This head coach gets credit for what reason? I don't understand this. He's getting credit for what Shane Steichen did. And you see what Shane Steichen's able to do with Daniel Jones. This guy's getting credit off the fact that he's being carried. Vic Fangio didn't even want to be here. He was probably had to be convinced to come back here. And it's all because you got a head coach who's toxic. It's time to get the prima donna paperboy out the building, man. It's time. I don't know, man. Let me know what y'all think, man, about this situation, man. It's getting worse, not better. And hopefully Sean Man's able to take away as much power as Nick. That's the best possibility. Because if Nick has some say, this offense is going to be the shit. And you know what? If that's the case, he got to go, man. You got to fire this head coach. You got to fire him now, in my opinion. I don't know how you keep this guy in the building. You're going to keep this guy in the building? He has no... What does he do? He's literally being stripped again of his play call. You had a Brendan offense corner who's literally in power because of this bonehead. Sean Mann should just be the head coach at this point. Why do you keep this guy in the building? Makes no sense to me. Jeffrey Lloyd Howard should be ashamed of himself for continuing to allow this shit show to happen. And players are going to continue to get more frustrated. It's going to get worse, not better. And I don't know how you convince A.J. Brown to stay when this head coach is clearly the problem. And you want to kick him out? Get out of my face, man. It's your boy, EC1. I'm out. Go Birds. And at 8:30 p.m., we're going to be live. We're going to talk about it more, man. I got to regain my thoughts, man. I'm going to go and probably take a walk, man. I got to get my head clear because it's embarrassing. It really is. It's really embarrassing. It's embarrassing. This talent is being wasted by this head coach, and people want to defend. It's disgusting. It makes me